everyone. Sadly for this episode, we are several players short.
At this
So
point, at this point, we given up on trying to get great reasons for why characters aren't there, so they're just in the background. Don't worry about it.
yeah, I'll do my best to play them, but yeah. Um. Anyway, last we left off, our party decided to be arsonists and set fire to a century-old castle.
Right, Sam? I don't want to
No
set
idea what
the
you're talking about.
world on fire.
Fire was here when we got here.
What is fire?
What is fire?
We didn't start the fire.
Anyway, after successfully committing arson, grand theft, and other fun stuff,
There's nothing.
they ran through the dungeon of the castle, managed to successfully make it to a teleportation circle, and popped up in front of a very well kept hunting lodge.
Fancy. Is it the Great Wolf Lodge?
Boo! Not
I've never-
sponsored, by the way.
Of course, but I've always wanted to visit.
Not sponsored.
I have no idea what that is, but okay.
It's like a vacation. It's like a vacation inn.
Just an FYI.
It's like a vacation inn. It's like I've heard it's like really pretty where it is.
Samael kind of just scratches the back of his head. Should we be worried? Honestly, going from the enemy stronghold straight to here, my assumption is that there is more enemies inside.
Well, I mean, we teleported from a city to a castle. We've teleported from a cult-infested city to a cult-infested castle, and now we're at a hunting lodge that's probably cult-infested.
So, out of curiosity, should I just burn it down now and just save us the trouble?
Nah, too easy. We gotta keep the story going somehow.
Well, actually, somebody else saying that in character to you guys.
Yeah.
Honestly, in all honesty, nah. I'm honestly curious.
Well, again, that's Samael's actually saying that.
I know.
in character,
I know. I'm saying that in character too. Like I'm curious. I want to see what's inside.
Oh well, I mean, I guess I'm slightly curious, but at the same time, if I just one fireball, and we could probably avoid a lot of future issues.
True, but they could just be regular people who got tasty snacks. I could go for a snack.
I mean, we can take the snacks when they're dead.
Do we have to kill them for the snacks?
I mean, we can. There's nothing saying we can't.
A great voice in the sky. What do you suggest?
Let's ask the gods.
Well, from the looks of it, not much activity going on presently.
Is there light coming from within it?
No, not at the moment.
Oh, so it's like empty?
Yeah, from what you can see, right off the bat, anyway.
So, as they're talking, Samael is using his elemental arsenal cantrip to create a long spear made out of pure fire, and is just messing up the teleportation circle as they're talking, like literally just jamming the tip into the ground and just burning away the marks.
Just the tip.
Okay. You see that the teleportation circle was only one way from the dungeon to here.
Don't they need the mark though, just to show up, like to actually target?
That's not how a teleportation circle works in D&D. Basically, with teleportation circles, you draw them in one space, stand in the middle of it, and the caster thinks of where they want to go. And that
no one set this one up though. This one was already preset to a place.
Yeah, so it's one way.
Good.
Excuse me. Well, long story short, Sam just jams a fire pike into the teleportation circle.
All right. Roll
Uh,
me Arcana
are-
to see if you do
is this
any
an
damage.
actual teleportation circle, or did someone use the spell? Because I actually just pulled it up, and yeah. I mean, it could be
No,
something different. I was just asking because I just
this,
don't want anyone coming in behind us.
yeah, I get it. Roll me Arcana to see if you disable the spell.
Oh, I have dispel magic.
Do what you think feels right.
All right. I guess he uses dispel magic then.
All right, and with that, the teleportation circle vanishes.
Well, at least no one's coming in behind us.
You random voice.
Alrighty. I guess we should inspect the hut then.
Generally, from what you can see from the outside, it looks to be a two-story with a cellar basement.
He's going to turn himself invisible and just walk up and take a look in through the window.
All right, roll me investigation.
Keeping Tom silent.
Right. That would be a 15.
15. All right. You take a peek inside and look around to the best of your abilities. And you glance out of the corner of your eye, on the second floor, just going past the wall, is you just see a big fluff ball of what you assume to be a tail disappear behind a wall.
Alrighty then.
Reason the
So
already?
he is going to use his last charge of etherealness to take a step through the wall after calling his companions on, and then he's going to peek through the next wall.
He stealthily makes his way through the wall. All cool, like, I just open the door and walk in.
Alright, are you following this creature that you saw, or are you going somewhere else?
He's following,
Alright.
moving stealthily as well.
Okay, so roll me stealth.
Pardon the squinkle
Alright.
snack. Pardon the crinkle of my snack bag.
So I have advantage due to the boots and invisibility. So the first one is a 23, and the second one is a 8, so 23.
Alright. You managed to successfully stealth after this being, and looks to be a bipedal wolf in paladin armor with a helmet under her arm in the shape of a dragon head.
Does Samael know what a wolfen is?
Roll me history.
All right. 19.
19. You have read books on this particular species, and in every book you've read, they claim that this species was extinct. But it appears the lupines are not as extinct as people made them out to be.
Hmm. With that history roll, can you tell if that armor is armor of Tiamat or Bahamut or one of the other dragon gods?
It's kind of hard to tell from here, but roll a history check with disadvantage.
All right. First one is a nat 20. Second one is a 7.
Nice.
It's disadvantage, so we have to go with the 7. It's hard to make out from this distance.
Hmm.
But from what little areas that you can make out, you can tell that it's decorated to look like a white dragon.
White Dragon is
Oh.
in. That reminds me. You want to go first?
Oh, go ahead.
White Dragon is in like. That reminds me. Since we know there is a blue dragon, we know there are 5 chromatic colors. With these dragon like leaders, or obviously that blue dragon was important. So I'm wondering if there are other dragons like him. Would we know them by name? Like with that white dragon specifically, would we know them by name or like through history? Like, can I roll a history check?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay. Give me a sec. Let's say a D10. That should be at the bottom of the box. Gotcha. All right. What'd you say about the history check?
Roll me a history check if you can remember any of the dragons' names.
All right, give me a sec.
Samael is going to pull his head back through the wall. Kind of sigh internally a little bit, turn and walk, becoming visible again when he's next to the party.
All right, that is a 12. I rolled a 12.
It's on the tip of your tongue. You can't really remember this dragon's name, but you do remember it is a female, and her title is the Gentle Chill.
Ooh.
Well, at least it's not the Winter Queen.
The White Walkers.
I imagine. Do you tell us all this?
I guess so. Like, so if it comes to Winter Queen, like, I guess like I would mention that. Yeah, like I remember that female dragon had. What would that be called? Like when they're called the Gentle Chill, what would that be called? Would that be like a given name?
A title.
A title,
Okay,
yeah.
I remember her title. Yeah. I told that.
I feel like Samael is just going to scratch the back of his head and just like kind of whisper talk to them. Why do all these dragons always have names based on their colors? You'd figure just one would be like, you know what? I'm Kevin.
Well, I mean, she doesn't technically call herself White. I mean, it just means Gentle Chill. I mean, if you want to go obvious, just call him Greenie, the Green Boy.
I mean, but that's the thing, though. You'd figure just one would be like, you know what? I am not defined by my green scales. I am Bob. Bob the Green Dragon.
You're right. I'm not a regular red dragon. I'm Rose, the red dragon.
Anyways, behind that wall is a wolfen dressed in white armor, dragon-esque. So I'm assuming evil because, you know, white dragon. Sorry, Snow.
I mean,
she just coos.
Well, okay, that's a fair point. I was gonna say she's probably not a member of the cult, but I'm just like, no, that's too obvious. She is obviously a member of the cult. Do you want to follow her?
I mean, we could capture her. That's also a possibility. Harry, you know the chain spell abyssal, correct? Harry.
Hello?
You with us? Harry, you with us?
Oh, I think there we go.
Hello?
Hello? Hello?
I can hear you now.
I can hear you.
Like, shit, I was talking this whole time.
Sam asked you if you know the chain spell abyssal.
Yes, I definitely do. What were you talking about?
We were watching. Oh, go ahead.
Do you mind helping me chain this fellow up in the next room? I don't know if they'll be able to escape mine, but you never want to be too sure. Never can be too sure.
course. Why not?
All right, so Samael is going to go over to where roughly he remembers them being, and he's going to turn invisible while holding Eri and lifting her up so she's invincible too. The ring's nerfed, but it's still able to do that at least. He's going to lean around the corner, and on the count of 3, are you ready? He's going to whisper.
One second. Yes.
Do you want me to? Would you want me to stay behind and have my weapon at the ready just in case things go wrong?
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
Oh, by the heads up, if I go deaf, because I got lunch on the way, so if I go deaf, I'm just going to pick it up.
Okay. But all right. So Samael and Eri are going to use abyssal chains, which means he has to make 2 strength saving throws.
First, I gotta play a tune because I'm a bard, and that's what that's about.
All right, hold on. I need to go grab me dice.
You need to get your dice.
It's okay. I'm literally like trying to transfer everything over to my backpack that I have. That's taking a while.
I mean, there's so many things I didn't know I have in here. A loofah, a sombrero. We haven't even done this yet.
I got some nachos from some era.
Oh, Samael is also going to quicken silvery barbs, so they do it at disadvantage.
Eri inadvertently created nachos by pulling it from the future.
I don't know how I got these. I don't know what this is. Puts muzzle in it, just like head first, like. Nom, nom, nom. You know, it's not bad. My head's like all sticky and shit from cheese.
What do you guys think goes best with nachos? Cheese dip or salsa?
Cheese dip.
Cheese dip.
It's a hit and miss.
So,
Honestly, it's a hit and miss for me.
Oh, it's a hit and
Cheese
miss.
dip
Yeah.
with refried beans.
Never mind. I'm over it. I choose salsa now.
I'm just ordering Domino's.
Oh, lucky
I want
bastard.
pizza now.
I'm broke. I can't order pizza.
Yeah.
All I have.
Feel so much crap.
All I have on the way is 2 bagels. Hey Sam, want to combine them? We'll make pizza bagels.
I have a medium pepperoni and jalapeno pizza coming with a steak and cheese sandwich, wings, and brownies.
Not sponsored by Domino's.
Sponsored by Domino's.
You know, honestly, if I could be sponsored by any pizza, I wanted to be those.
Anyway, so Samael is going to quicken silvery barbs to give him disadvantage on those saving throws.
Great. My baby has the hiccups now.
Oh, Lexi has the hiccups? Oh.
Yeah. So what kind of saving throw?
Strength. At disadvantage.
Oh dear.
16.
All right, and the second chains?
Okay. What?
Basically, he's going to have to roll 4 times because me and Eri are using chains, abyssal chains.
And is that with disadvantage or no?
Let me read silvery barbs. Hang on.
I got so much stuff.
It says the next one it makes within 1 minute, so I'm assuming just mine was at disadvantage.
All right. That's 25 for Sam's.
So much shit.
And a net 1 for Aries.
Oh, I'm a BRB. My lunch is almost here. If I'm not here when this goes down, I'll swing. If things go bad, I swing at the loop line with my mace.
All right, so he is going to give the advantage to himself, since that's what silvery barbs does, and he is going to then attempt to tie him up with some rope.
Okay, so essentially what happened was, this female lupine paladin senses the silvery barbs, manages to get out of the way, dodges the first round of abyssal chains, but misses her footing and lands in Ares' abyssal chains and is now bound and tied to the ground.
So Samael is going to still invisibly sort of just start tying her up. So basically, the moment he lets go of the actually she wouldn't even see the rope until it's completely tied her up. She would just feel herself being tied.
What the fuck is going on here?
Once he gets her nice and tied up as securely as he can, he's using all 50 feet too. Like, he's not taking chances. Once he's done, he is going to drop his invisibility, and I imagine he's still kind of holding Airy, so he just waves. Hello.
So no wonder I smell the stench of God. No wonder I smell the stench of ale and sass.
Oh no, that is just plain insulting, darling. Airy,
Licks
isn't that
paw.
not insulting?
Licks paw. Licks paw. Clean face.
No, I have some questions if you don't mind me asking them. He literally
Gets up
just
on your
plops down like cross-legged on her chest, just sitting there looking down at her.
Gets on shoulder. My goodness. We got a hostage.
Finally, we caught one of them alive. The last one I had to do open heart surgery.
I can
Oh
still do
yes,
that again.
that funny little Gorson tale has been making its rounds.
Well, I'd hope so. It was a lot of work, you know.
It
Yeah,
didn't
you can do it
matter.
again.
He was still gonna die regardless.
Oh, I don't care about his life. I cared about the information we got from him.
Regardless.
But exactly, regardless. So, darling, what's your name?
Yeah, I
Why
returned.
did I not tell you that?
What I miss?
Oh, Samael tied her up in 50 feet of rope, and now him and Ari are currently just sitting on her chest, looking down, questioning her.
I walk over and just menacingly wave the mace over her like a baseball bat. Anyway, continue.
Now, I'm sorry about that. What was your name?
And why do I need to tell you my name?
Oh, because I'm a rather powerful healer, and I have really sharp knives. And we've already established how far I'm willing to go to get information. Do you want to see how far I'll go the other way?
She just rolls her eyes.
He takes out his knife and jams it straight into her shoulder. Intimidation.
I mean, I could have just said unsettling words, but goddammit.
She actually howls out in pain.
Intimidation.
Yeah, roll intimidation.
That is a nat 20, so 25. Yes!
Like Sam, you just do like a Joker. Like, see, it's all.
Oh, wait, I have advantage too, but I don't think I even need to use it.
Sam, you're just like a Joker. Like, you see, when I use knives, I always get more information out of my victims.
Or
He's still smiling down at her, by the way, too.
but he's laughing, isn't he? He's laughing, isn't he? He's fucking laughing, isn't he?
A little bit. That's because his
Yeah.
dagger's talking to him.
Do you want to know how you got your new scars?
Well, because he's basically he's a warlock, a hexblade specifically, and he put a piece of his soul in each of his daggers, and one of them makes very inappropriate jokes.
So what? They're like Horcruxes.
It just makes him look. It makes him look insane.
So what? They're like Horcruxes.
Essentially, but so he laughs a little bit after he stabs her too. Now let's get straight down to it. What was your name again, darling?
Cynthia.
A little bit louder. I'm sorry, I'm a bit hard of hearing.
My name is Cynthia.
He withdraws his dagger and then lays a hand on her shoulder, healing it. Now, is that so hard, dear? God, people are so rude nowadays. Can't answer simple questions.
It's hard to find good entertainment.
Now, second question, dear. What exactly are you doing in this hut?
I own this lodge.
Oh, perfect. That makes it so much easier. So why does the cult of Tiamat, specifically a leader of the cult of Tiamat, have a teleportation circle directly, he pokes her on her snout, pokes her again, you're home.
And Religus just pokes her in the snout too. Also, real quick, is this a timeshare? Because this is a very nice lodge.
I'm guessing just both Ari and Sam just look at him like, seriously.
What? It's a nice place.
This lodge is used as a meeting point.
Ah, perfect. Great place for an ambush then. Okay, next question, dear. Who exactly are you meeting here?
She doesn't say a word.
Back to the torture it is. Harry, do you think we should start with her feet and just peel her from the bottom up, or do you think we should take limbs?
Is that you? Looks at the body. What would I like to eat? Kind of hops off the shoulder and you just see this little paw on your forehead, like.
You're just Ari. You're just like, I don't know, Ari. You're just like, that liver is looking pretty tasty.
I will tell you this.
Like, whatever happened to Cynthia? I killed her and ate her liver.
So, darling, let me explain in graphic detail.
I think she was
ironically,
responding. I think she was responding actually.
She doesn't say anything. She just kind of walks over and is like.
No, I think Cynthia was responding actually.
Oh yeah, sorry.
I will tell you that there are actually no meetings planned for quite some time.
Oh, well, good then. That means organizing one will be a little bit easier. So, I'm going to make a bunch of fake messages, and you're going to tell me exactly where they're supposed to go. And if I think you're lying, I'm going to let my friend Ari here, cute as she is, have her way with whatever piece of you she wants. Ironically, I'm the reasonable one out of this group.
I like to say I'm pretty reasonable.
You steal souls.
One, I do not steal souls. That's only if I use the mace. And granted, two, I have not gotten a soul since I got this mace. So ha.
Okay, correction. You try to steal souls.
Yes, I just do the your soul is mine.
He looks back down at her. Regardless, believe it or not, I'm the reasonable one here.
You threatened to tear a man's arm off over a penny.
I don't remember that one.
I'm just thinking about. I wanted to say like you said, fire through ability, but it just didn't sound random enough.
How about this? You let me go, and I'll take you to where the ritual is supposed to be held.
Now, you're going to have to be a little bit clearer, dear, because every time we've captured one of you, I've had to go through drastic measures to get even the smallest amount of information. So you're gonna have to explain to me what this ritual is about.
What? Wait, wasn't it out of character? Wasn't that only once though? Like when you had to save him, or did you try other times too?
He has tried every time, but the first time they melted from the inside out, and he couldn't do anything about it. And the second time he went through and did the whole surgery thing.
I forgot. Was the first time the kobolds?
No, that was the scouts.
Okay.
And Ari had to figure that out, honestly, to give them a peaceful death. FYI, no one has bothered to ask her how she is with that.
Oh, hey, we can't keep track of every last detail.
Yeah, keep track of every traumatizing event.
She then smirks. Believe it or not, the higher up actually don't have that curse placed on it.
Perfect
So
then.
what? So what are you saying? Like what? You're like a office manager or something?
She just gives you a side eye.
Well, it's an honest question.
There's going to be a large treasure hoard headed towards our base relatively soon. If you interject it and somehow either steal it, ruin it, I don't care what. But without that treasure hoard, the ritual cannot take place.
Hey, wait. If you're one of those higher ups who doesn't have a curse on you, why would you suddenly want us to take out the horde?
Because believe it or not, I actually want my boss's job.
Your boss?
I should be, well, I should be higher up, not her.
Didn't we just
Her?
kill one of their higher ups? The left hand was it? Oh no, or was he the right hand? Honestly, I lose
You
track
mean?
of these people.
Oh yeah, what was that guy? Gregalis?
Yeah. Tenethil's former asshole.
Oh yeah, he was an asshole. To
Oh yes,
Marway,
a very very dead one.
and I guess you guys didn't know this, but each chromatic dragon, each general of Tiamat, has a sub-leader under their control.
I mean, I always assume that. I mean, every boss wants another boss, and every boss wants a lieutenant, and so on and so forth.
Then come the captains, then the sergeants, then the privates. It's never ending.
The higher your rank, the less likely it is you're going to have one of those, I guess, confidentiality spells placed on us.
Good. So I don't have to open your chest up.
No, you don't.
Good. Well, I don't have to open it up for that reason. But let's not dwell on such things until they become necessary. So my next question, where exactly is the ritual being held?
In a giant flying castle.
Oh, I already know where that is, dear. Where exactly is the castle, though? I know it's in the northern mountains near this small hamlet, but that was a few hours ago. Probably been a little bit of a distance since then, unless it stays at the same place.
Well, it's actually touching down here relatively soon for shipments.
Oh, well, good. Next question, where exactly is this little, jolly nice little hut you have here?
We are on the edge of Parnath.
Is that in the Savage North?
So look,
You checking the map?
Checking the map.
I feel like that's
No. We are just past Grey Peak Mountains.
Hmm. Rather interesting. Alrighty then. So if you know where this is being held, just be a nice little puppy, and I'm going to strip you of all your gear, and then we'll let you lead us there.
Puppy! She snaps.
Dearie, again, Dagger's throat skinning. Relax. I've
keeps
called
pointing,
people far worse.
keeps putting paw on their face.
Well,
want
you
your brain
need
is
me and my gear in order to get you to Parnath safely.
Oh no, you can lead us there without it. We'll hang on to it, and you can have it back once we're done. And you can believe that I'll let you live just for the fact that I've done it before.
I literally was.
You can
You're trying to
growl all
start.
you like.
Who's trying to rev up a boat?
You can growl all you like, darling. However, between the two of us, the only one here who's trustworthy is me. I've already proven I'm willing to let a cultist walk.
I mean, someone with clearly my good looks is trustworthy.
The only good-looking one here I see is that one. She said, pointing her muzzle towards Tanithil.
Like Barry just nudges him like.
Oh, now aren't I offended? Regardless, though.
Steve is just jotting down the note.
Jesus.
Regardless, though. Eri, can you begin stripping her of her gear? Leave her clothes, obviously, but weapons, armor, items. Make sure to get the jewelry.
I'll give her a hand. Barry, watch her.
Hey! No
Quiet
boys.
you.
Takes her little muzzle and starts getting jewelry in her muzzle and putting it in her infinite tail of wonder.
Actually, no, you just have a pocket in your fur somehow. You just have a little pocket.
Well, it's like an infinite pocket. That's what I've been doing.
I know.
don't know about everyone
I
else.
know. I just love to imagine we're just like we're in a pile of gold and you're stuffing them all in actual looking pockets, and like someone's just like, "Are you putting those in pockets? That's so cute."
I'm not putting them in
So-
pockets. It's in my tail. It's forever.
Samael is just kind of like passively scratching behind her ear. You know, you are very dog-like.
I think she was talking to Ari. I think he was talking to Ari.
Oh no, he's talking to the person he's sitting on.
Oh,
Oh, don't be like that. I don't plan on hurting you unless you make me. Believe it or not, we are the good guys. I'm just mildly deranged.
does
Accidentally bites you. Accidentally. She's trying to get one of your bracelets and she actually bit you.
She's not wearing any bracelets.
Really? What is she wearing then?
Just pure white, silver plate armor.
No rings, no necklaces. Boring.
No rings. The only necklace she has is the symbol of Tiamat.
Ari's just like, oh gosh, boring.
And
Samael will flick his dagger out and cut it off and just take it.
Hey!
Unfortunately for you, I'm fully aware of paladins and their symbols. Clerics too, so unfortunately you get this back when we're done. So how long does it take for us to pretty much strip her down of all her weapons, armor, and gear?
Quite a while. You also find a satchel full of components.
Did you say how long does it take for us to strip her down? Because I could have sworn I heard you say how long does it take for us to put the stripper down?
Oh my god.
I swear, I thought I heard that. I thought I heard those words.
No.
Okay.
You also find a crowbar, an alms box, block of incense.
Oh, you're a cleric.
No, I'm a paladin.
Still sad.
He waves the alms box. When does a paladin carry one of these?
Why do you keep
Exactly.
using the same growl over and over?
He just pats her. He just pats her on the head and puts the box inside the bag with the rest of the stuff. Once they're completely done and have everything stowed away, he's gonna start untying her and letting her sit up.
You're lucky we made a deal. She said, cracking her fingers while they move and bend in like contorted ways while popping.
Believe it or not, dear, this doesn't have to be an unpleasant situation. If you're just friendly, we'll be friendly as well.
I did absolutely nothing. You guys.
Oh, you're a cultist of Tiamat, darling. I could slit all of your throats and not lose a single night's sleep over it. You're all monsters, whether you say it or not.
All of her throats. How many does she have?
Their throats.
You don't even know me.
Oh, I know that you worship an evil goddess that's bent on destroying most mortals, excluding a few of her chosen favorites. That alone is worth your death sentence, dear.
But I haven't killed anyone.
It doesn't matter. Your end goal is the death of everyone. Slitting your throat saves countless children and innocents. To say that I would kick you off a cliff and laugh while I do it would be an understatement. You're a monster just based on your goals alone, dear. You don't have to accept what I say, but it is the truth. You're going straight to hell when you die, and I don't mean that as a vague statement. I mean that very literally. You're going straight to hell.
You guys have got Tiamat all wrong.
And you don't seem to understand who you worship.
I worship a goddess who wants to restore order.
Oh, that is darling. Oh, that is some very darling propaganda there. Have you ever met a chromatic dragon, dear?
Yes. She
Ah,
saved
so
my
you're just in that deep of denial. Oh, that's just absolutely delightful. Regardless, I believe it's time to get going, dear.
I would like you to roll a perception check real quick, Sam.
Alrighty, and I will use that advantage. Alright, so that's an 8 and a 18.
You can actually see the start of tears forming in her eyes.
Oh, don't act all hurt. I'm your enemy, dear. A harper. I couldn't be more against you if I tried.
All right, let's move on. Let's go. Fox finally talks.
I'm getting. This is enough of this sentimental shit. I want to fuck shit up.
Let's go.
Right? Am I right?
Fox is finally using words.
Oh, boo hoo hoo, sob sob. Fuck that. Let's get to fighting.
I'm pretty sure whoever's here is probably going to be after us any minute now, mainly because we had like about 30 minutes of doing this. So I'm going to say that probably other people are here and they probably heard her howling, so that's what I'm saying. Let's go.
No,
I mean,
I
we don't-
destroyed the teleportation circle, remember? Someone's going to have to pair it on this end. Unless someone there knows the actual spell.
Religus is gonna ask her. Has there? Wait, are there even any meetings scheduled for this place anytime soon?
No, she said no, that there isn't.
Okay, I was just trying to remember.
But alright,
I get
dear.
up and
Start leading the way, obviously. We'll follow.
Barry hoists her up and starts pushing her forward.
Hey, don't need to shove you, old geezer.
Keep it. Don't even try me, pup. I've been in countless wars. Don't even try it.
Tenethel, do you mind opening up your closet?
I think it's time. I think it's time you just came out.
He goes up to a door and carve and writes out the runes, turning that door into his closet.
Samael is just going to open the door, chuck the bag in, and close it. Just in case.
She looks over at Tanithil with a straight face and just straight up says, "You truly are a pretty boy narcissist, aren't you?"
Hey,
Did Tenethel or me?
Tanithil.
don't talk shit about him.
He's mine. Only I can talk shit about him. He's mine, right?
Why would you say that he's a narcissist? I'm the one that's been blatantly complimenting myself. Odd choice.
I'm a
And
nice guy.
you
I'm a
don't
narcissist.
and she looks at you and is like, and yet you don't have a teleporting closet full of clothes that could support an entire city for years.
Oh no, I just bring my entire house with me.
Steve is just
Yeah.
like, ooh. Steve is just like, ooh, burn.
She then looks at Steve and just like gets really close. Why the
Ooh,
fuck are
that's
you here?
wait. Oh wait, hold that pose. And he starts like drawing her. Oh yes, oh I loved it. Oh yes, good work with good use of the cane. Oh,
He
yes,
just
oh,
leans forward and whispers, "If you kill him, I really wouldn't mind." He just whispers that really quietly.
I know.
I heard
She's
that.
like,
I mean, Steve is legitimately like right in front of her face too, jotting this down. So he technically did.
I know,
hear
and
you.
he just literally leans over, covers his hand, and just whispers that into the Wolfen's ear.
I feel like Steve actually did hear it. He's just like, oh fuck you.
She's just staring Steve in the eyes like, do you seriously have nothing better to do than to follow these guys around and do
Hey,
nothing?
excuse me, I am Steve, the greatest writer on the rounds, and I am writing the greatest
you
stories
just
ever
got
told.
here, so who the fuck tells you anything?
I have literally never heard of you.
Thank
or
you.
seen your books
What?
anywhere.
Does no one know of my greatness? No one.
No, because your books
No, literally no one who you have ever spoken to knows who the hell you are. We have all been over this multiple times.
You're just in denial.
No, you're the denial one.
You're in denial.
Guys, we can keep this, honestly, you can keep this whole argument with Steve. He's never going to cave, so we should just get going.
Yeah, let's
Anyway,
get going.
she turns around and bitch slaps Steve with her tail. Let's get going.
Steve is going to cast Cold Slinger at her in return.
Sam is gonna counterspell that. No need to actually use magic
Hey,
or
if someone
actual weapons.
hey, if someone smacks him, he gets to smack back.
Yes, you could smack her back if that is what you really desire, but
Fine,
I will not step into the fist
I
fight.
smack her with fine. I smack her with the book, and he just smacks her.
Samael just sort of shrugs. Kick his ass if you feel like it.
I will shred that book and turn it into file kindler.
Anyway, shall we continue?
Do you guys want to explore the hut some more, or
Samael is going to take a quick look over. He's going to use enhance ability on himself before he does, though.
I'm gonna, Relic just is gonna explore both floors to see if he finds any loot or food or anything. I'm gonna cast.
Alright.
I want to do investigation.
So
Then that's a 19.
I got a 20 and a 14, so 20.
All right, I need to specifically know what rooms you got. So good. Like,
I mean, Sam. If you're doing the second floor, I'll do the first floor.
Okay, I'll do the second floor then.
Okay.
Samael is keeping the Wolfen with him, by the way.
All right. As soon as you go down this main stairs into the like the main lobby, there are 4 doors that you can go through.
So, darling, which one of these doors leads to what?
Wait, Sam, are you on the first floor or second floor?
Second floor.
Okay, well, I was saying on the first floor.
Oh, sorry.
Well, yes, you're on the first floor, right?
Yeah.
Okay, as soon as you go down the stairs into the main hall, and you take a look around, you see that there are 4 doors that you can go through.
Can I make a perception check or Arcana check to see if I can tell which one is safe?
That would be investigation.
Okay. Come on. 17.
17. All right.
I love how you said that, like 17. Oh, interesting.
From the looks of it, doors 1 and 4 are the most used.
All right. Let's see what's inside door number 1.
You're gonna go into number 1.
Yep.
All right, you head inside, and this room is warm and comfortable with a large fireplace, stuffed with leather chairs, and a table set with smoked sausages and candles. A tapestry
Ooh.
displays a magnificent white stag above a valley, with a pair of green dragons soaring overhead, and deers, boars, and hedgehogs hiding amongst the leaves and trees below. The walls each
Ooh.
have a trophy or two, including 2 fine mountain goat heads, an elk's head with a 10-point rack, a giant eagle's head and talons, a metallic bull's head, a griffin's head and foreclaws, and the head of a white-furred boar with tusks as long as daggers. The room
Mm.
seems otherwise deserted.
I'm just gonna relax in here and eat those sausages real quick.
Mm.
Meanwhile, back to you, Sam.
All right, Sam.
Yep.
On when you get into like the main foyer of the second floor and take a look around, there are 9 doors you can go through.
So Samael is gonna look at the wolfen girl. So, darling, which one leads to where?
All right. The three doors to the southwest wall are all bedrooms. The one of them's the room at the northeast is a trophy room. The room northwest is an armory. The room directly next to us is a bath. The one next to that are the is are the bodyguard chambers, and the one below that is my area.
Is there anybody in the bodyguard's chambers?
I don't think so. I sent off my bodyguards a while ago.
Oh well, better fireball just to be sure.
Don't you dare burn down this lodge.
Like you
Darling, the reason why it's not on fire currently is out of respect for your life. I burned down your black dragon's entire keep and castle. To say I don't give a flying fuck about your lodge is an understatement. So if there's anybody in there, you best tell me now. Because there are other ways I can deal with it besides fireball.
She grabs your wrist and pulls you close, eye to eye. I will not let you burn down this lodge.
Then I hope you answer my question, darling.
There's no one here.
Well then good. No need for the fireball. He lets his hand open up and lets the flame turn to smoke.
She then lets you go and steps back a bit. And what do you mean Black Dragon Castle?
Oh, dragon that serves your order. Not specifically your boss, but I'm essentially other side of a ladder? I don't know. Regardless, I burned it to the ground and killed everybody inside.
Do you mean the keep in the marsh?
Oh yeah, that one.
No one's been there in years.
Lies.
Oh, well, you had guards there, along with equipment and items and other such things.
Nope.
Oh, and a lot of knowledge. I stole more books than I could count.
Do you
Although
mean
then
the
again,
twin?
I've robbed your order quite frequently now that I think about it.
Yeah, no one's been to the general's castle in years.
Oh well, goody.
Yeah.
I can't wait for him to find out. Now let's hit the armory.
The one you burnt down belonged to the twins.
Oh, lovely. But regardless, let's go to the armory. See if there's anything worth napping from here. I kind of make it a habit at this point to rob your order whenever I get a chance, and make sure you know it was me.
Alright, so you head into the armory, and first thing you see is a gaping hole in the roof that exposes the armory to the elements. Very few weapons are stored here at present. Shelves to the north lie mostly bare, and a poorly maintained weapon rack standing against south wall holds 3 rusty spears and a frayed net. Nearby is a closed cabinet.
Dear, your armory kind of blows.
I know.
Harry, would you like to look in the cabinet? I'm going to investigate some of this gear. He just kind of takes a look around using detect magic.
It's kind of like off your shoulders and starts kind of pawing around in the cabinet.
Alright, so you open the cabinet.
Does Samael see anything with detect magic first?
No. Oh, wait. Yes, you do, actually.
What does he spot?
One of the rusty spears. It is inlaid with mithril.
He picks it up and kind of twirls it a bit, using prestidigitation on it to remove the rust foot by foot.
Yeah, you see the mithril starting to shine and glisten more in the sun.
So I should say that he's literally twirling it in his hand, so it just looks like the rust is just falling off.
When you stop that and take a good look at it, you see along the wooden handle is a command phrase in Draconic.
What does it say? He knows Draconic.
Tiamat's eyes shine.
You know, besides the name of this weapon, or the command phrase, I should say, it is a rather beautifully crafted spear. It's a shame you let it rust.
None of us got a good look at that spear, so we didn't know what it was or what it did. It was here before I got here.
No wonder I'm able to rob you lot so often. I have to ask, how many people got fired for the last 3 times I did that to you?
15.
Oh, goody.
And by
Now, was it
fired,
literal, or was it
we mean
literal
literally
firing?
fired.
Ah, perfect.
Let's aim for 70 this time.
So Samael is just he's gonna use Identify on it.
Alright, you see that it is enchanted with 10 charges of a daylight spell.
What an odd spell for a spear of Tiamat. I would expect fire or an elemental attack.
Excuse me, guys.
Interesting. Perry, do you use weapons at all?
Pops out of the cabinet. Yeah. No.
Do you want to use this spear? It's made out of mithril, so it's unusually light. He kind of twirls it with 2 fingers, even though it's like a pretty decently sized spear.
I got a staff.
Well, what's a mithril spear except for a slightly upgraded staff, I guess?
The other one does a lot of healing.
Oh, good point. Oh well, I guess we'll just hang on to this.
We'll hang on to it for now. See what happens.
Yeah, somebody will use it. He just yells down, Religus!
I come out of the
Got
first.
Religus.
I come out of the first door burping after being those delicious sausages, I'm gonna go try the fourth door.
No, Samael just yells down, Religus,
Wah!
do you use spears?
And yeah,
Well, who
I already
does
got
use
it.
spears?
I got enough weapons as it is, but what
Good
kind of
point.
spear is it?
Magic. Mithril can use the daylight spell.
I'm good, but can't hold on to it. You never know what we could use it for.
Yeah, I was just trying to see if any one of us actually use them, but Eri, you said Relic. Gunga uses it? Does
Oh,
Gunga use spears?
Sputnik.
Oh, Sputnik.
He
All
might.
right, he does.
Yeah, he has the good stuff.
All right, well, I guess we have somebody to give this to. He just kind of like clips it to his back.
All right. Are you guys done shopping in my house? Can we go?
Wait, what's in the fourth door? I went into the fourth door.
Oh, sorry. I was on the phone.
Covered.
No excuse.
Oh, the cupboard, right.
Right, so the fourth door is so when you walk through the door, there's another door immediately to your left. And so going through that door, you are in now another parlor. The stout beams overhead are stained black with smoke. A comfortable table and chairs, a small wardrobe, and suit of dull black armor stands in the room. A large tapestry shows three hounds dragging down a white boar, and it shimmers with a strange light.
I want to inspect the armor and the tapestry first.
You may want me to use identify on that for you before you
All
put
right,
anything on.
Which one do you want to go? Do you want to
The
investigate first?
tap. I wasn't gonna put the armor on, and I'm gonna do the tapestry first.
You're gonna do the tapestry first.
Mm-hmm.
All right. All right. So, do you just look at it, or are you gonna touch it?
I'll touch it.
You touch it.
I'll touch it.
All right. You touch it, and you are now in a forest.
What the fuck?
You were
Ari wanted to know if there was anything in the cupboard.
the cupboard.
Mm-hmm.
All right. As soon as you open the cabinet, two heavy crossbows and two longbows fall out.
We got a crossbow. Takes it out with their muzzle. We got.
We
She
got-
just keeps
we
dragging
got-
shit out of there.
We got a bow and arrow.
No wonder we keep kicking your guys' asses. You guys really do not take care of your equipment.
We don't take care of spare equipment. We take care of our very own precious equipment.
You realize that the whole... You know what? You guys really just don't understand how an army works. Spare equipment is life to an army. No
Like,
wonder you keep getting your asses kicked.
Who is running your army?
Exactly.
Religus.
Eh?
When you teleported through the tapestry and took a look around, you realize that you are now standing face to face with a giant Irish elk.
Oh, hello.
These motherfuckers are big, bigger than a moose.
Is it friendly?
Wait, a giant elk or just a elk that is big? Because a giant elk is like 30 feet tall.
Irish elk.
Okay.
An Irish elk, like these guys are extinct, but they used to be bigger than moose.
Okay, because in D&D, a giant elk is a huge monster that it's like almost 30 feet tall.
Yeah, no, it's not a giant elk. It's just an Irish elk a standard-sized giant Irish elk.
Is it friendly?
It's staring at you, not doing anything. So it would seem so.
Since I have my blue dragon with me, like I do have all my animals with me, we're all just gonna have a staring contest with him, and we're just like, "You want a snack?"
I would actually like you to roll an investigation, or no, a nature check.
All right, let me see. That's a 15 total.
After a good long while looking around the forest that you're in, you realize you are 5 miles away from the lodge now.
Like, is there no way to get back?
No, there is. You can walk back. It's only 5 miles.
It's fair. Can I ask the elk for a ride?
Roll animal handling.
Oh boy. All right, let's do this. Oh, let's see. Oh, 22 total.
This magnificent beast kneels down for you to get on his back.
Hi ho, Silver!
And it starts running towards the lodge.
Like my rats are putting their hands in the air like they're on a roller coaster. Squeak!
All right, other group, what are you guys doing?
Samael is just sort of, I guess sauntering his way down the hallways, just looking around, keeping the wolf in front of him.
All right. You do notice that there was one door that she didn't explain correctly.
So Samael's gonna stop and kind of just point at it. And this one, darling.
It's like right across from the armory. She sighs and says, "That is the Queen of Dragons' chamber."
So your worship, essentially, like area.
Essentially, yes.
You know I'm going to have to take a look, right? I won't blow it up. He rolls his eyes, but I am taking a look. Either you can open the door or I can.
She pulls out her keys and opens it.
He keeps her in front. He keeps her in front of him, but he kind of steps in.
You both walk in, and a roaring fireplace churns out heat and light at one end of this spacious 30-foot high chamber, the ceiling of which is buttressed by 10 wooden pillars carved as dragons. 5 large tapestries hang along the walls, 2 on the west wall flanking a door, and 2 on the east wall hanging side by side, in a particularly grand one dominating the south wall next to the fire.
So you're telling me you spend all this money to make a room like this, but you can't spend the money to have extra gear for your men?
Like they get rocket launched, like the men finally get rocket launchers, but they're empty. Like, who is running this army?
You kind of trotted inside already and just kind of looks around, looks for shiny.
Harry, try not to steal anything too important. Mostly just because I'm trying to at least have a modicum of respect for her. She's just misguided, not actively evil.
Those fox eyes look like as if I care.
Fair points. Go wild, I guess. Alright, so anything else I should know about in this house? Because if anything surprises me, again, you know what my typical element is.
I promise this is it.
Alright, let's go downstairs and check on Religus, see if he's got in too much trouble.
Cue me. Cue me. Still writing the thing. This is awesome!
So I guess ML is just gonna follow the open doors.
Alright, so you go into the last room that he was in, which was the second
Fourth one.
lodge.
Is there anything in that room that we were in worth anything?
You guys didn't stay to check.
I did.
Ari did. Yeah, Ari isn't actually on my shoulder.
Ari, would you like to roll an investigation?
Yes.
You remember you have guidance, right? I think you do at least, right?
I got a 22.
Ari is so
22.
good. Ari is so good.
All right, what was the roll?
22.
22? All right. You
Yeah.
can tell that
Jesus,
four of the
Ari,
5
calm down.
tapestries are. You can tell that 4 of the 5 tapestries, which show dragons hunting, killing, and feasting on lesser creatures, are all 75 pounds each, and each worth 500 gold pieces. The 5th tapestry, which shows Tiamat, the queen of evil dragons in all her glory, crowned in gold and silver and worked with gemstones and gold and silver thread, is 35 feet wide, 20 feet tall, about 200 pounds, and worth 2,500 gold pieces.
Damn.
And what's more is the gemstones that are decorating Tiamat on the tapestry are real gemstones.
Antsy paws. Antsy paws looks at it. They're so pretty.
Yeah. And with that high roll, you can also tell what kind of stones they are. Garnets, agates, moonstones, and rubies.
I think I'm just gonna steal that one tapestry, although I will notify everyone else what those other ones are worth. But that one I want, because it's pretty.
You want to take the whole tapestry?
Yeah.
You're gonna stuff it down the infinite pockets.
Yes, I am.
God.
Oh my god, is that what happened? Is that what happened with the frog leg? Did you just stuff the rest down the pants?
Not pants. I have an
I
infinite
mean, did you stop?
tail.
Did you stuff the rest of the frog leg down the pockets too for later?
I ate it. No, I ate it.
I killed it and ate its liver.
I ate its liver. I ate all those livers.
I ate them.
So-
I ate them legs. They had them legs though.
So Samael, while they're in this room, is gonna look at the armor, look at the shimmering painting. Anything you want to tell me?
Like one after another, we keep touching it and keep teleporting, and we've tried to find the other. We just keep teleporting like in a circle.
No, he hasn't touched them yet. He's just kind of looking at him because black armor. His first thought is possibly cursed.
It is
More
cursed.
charred.
Sam, I have truth zone of truth as an option.
I think she's mostly being straight with us just because she doesn't want me to burn this place to the ground.
Yeah,
But you keep
sighs.
asking her anything else, and she doesn't bother to tell you about the fucking portal painting.
Also true.
That's fair.
But yes, would you like to tell me anything about this armor and this shimmering painting?
The painting teleports you to where the nearest hunting game is, and the armor is a form of security.
Gollum?
No. Cursed.
Oh, it's a trap. Well, I mean, not really much security. I mean, that's maybe one person. I mean, if it causes the person to go to berserk, even then.
She looks at you directly in the eye, Sam, and asks, "Ever heard of a helmed horror?"
I mean, occasionally, but even then, I mean, you could easily have just rigged up like a tripwire or something. I mean, it would have been a lot easier and a lot less expensive too. Regardless, he's going to melt the breastplate. And he's going to do that by using elemental arsenal and literally just jamming the spear pretty much looks like it's made out of lava and fire, and he's just gonna jam it into the breastplate and let it melt.
All right.
It's
Roll damage.
All right. That is 8 plus 5, so 13.
All right. With that bit of damage, you see the armor start to wiggle and writhe and actually come alive.
You know, I didn't want to have to use this one, but so this thing is held together by a spell, right?
Yes.
He's going to use Dispel Magic.
Yeah, you when the thing comes alive, you see red smoke basically inhabiting the inside of this armor and forming a body fitting perfectly to the armor.
He is going to cup his hand against his mouth and blow magic into it, dispelling whatever spell is currently on the armor.
Armor clatters to the ground.
He keeps the spear in the breastplate until it melts completely. You know, this is what I meant about warning us about this type of thing.
Ari, but you just see Ari in the hall. Sorry, she's gonna walk by and try to find Sam, and you just see.
Hello?
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, so I was gonna say Ari, finally, I'm gonna say
Yeah.
manages to get it down, and
No.
rolls it up, and is like, "Hey,"
Yep.
just kind of comes in there.
All right. Thank you.
It's 200 pounds.
I'm a fox. I will figure a way. I am dragging that bitch.
Oh, sorry. I thought I was muted.
I will shove this in. I will shove it in somehow.
So I guess Samuel sees her dragging this along the ground because I believe her strength, she's able to drag it, and he's just looking at her and then looks at the wolfen. To be honest, she could have stolen more.
She the lupin pinches her muzzle like right in between her eyes. Is like, she actually stole the most expensive item we have.
Yeah, that's pretty par for the course.
Harry's really good at this, even though she's a bard.
And there's no way in hell she should be able to drag it.
Yeah, she's stronger than she looks.
I'm just.
I mean, I don't know how she believes we're gonna bring it with us. I mean, but
Bag of holding.
how are you going to squeeze it into the bag?
Grim.
It'll barely do it, but it'll work.
Actually, it could fit, but you would have to take some items out.
No. Bag of holding is
hang on.
holding forever. We did. We took a lot of items out. In fact, we took those dragon eggs out, remember? Those things took a lot of room. I mean, why not? That or I'm stealing the gems off it, but I don't want to ruin it. Let's party.
Sorry, that was my pizza and everything getting here.
That's good.
Save me a slice.
I would, but then I wouldn't be able to give you any brownies.
I'm fine with that.
All right.
I mean, come on, brownies are a hit. Real quick, brownies are like a hit and miss for me.
Well, actually, Domino's has brookies. They're kind of like brownie and cookies.
Let's go.
That's a very original name to call them.
No, it's what they're called.
Fuck the rookies. We got brookies.
But so Samuel's just looking at her like, how do you expect us to bring that?
Bag of holding?
Aries just like, life will find a way.
He just looks at the Lupin and just like shrugs. Look, the fact that this place isn't a smoldering ruin of death and damnation it's the best I can do for you. Believe it or not, she's actually being very well behaved right now.
Totally am. Uses back paw to scratch neck. Yep.
Let's just get your friend and get out of here.
Is that our
That moment,
off this thing? So
at
it's
that
either
moment, I burst through the front door of the lodge on the elk.
Whoa! Hey, that's how we can stay. This is how we can do it. Thank you.
Cowabunga!
Samael is still he still has that flaming spear inside of the armor as it's melting.
The
And-
armor's melted at this point.
He just looks at the Lupin. Do you see what I meant by I'm the reasonable one here?
Yeah, reasonable.
Quite.
We're-
You're
we're-
still alive.
we're-
Your armor.
We're literally
Go for it.
called the Band of Misfits. What do you expect?
Name drop, really. Name drop.
I mean, that is literally what their in-universe name is.
No, not right.
It is.
So, Rogus!
Ah!
Help me.
What?
Look at this.
With what?
This.
That?
Usual tapestry.
It's like that Super Family Guy. We're trying to wedge it through the door, but it's stuck.
You need to
Like,
get
we
off
can't-
the train.
We can't get it through the door.
Samael is just gonna sit down in a chair and offer the Lupin a seat as well.
Like, we're just like, like in the background, we're just like, okay, easy. Okay, no, turn it counterclockwise.
He's gonna offer her. He's gonna take a sip of his flask and offer it to her. We might as well while we're waiting.
Barry's just like, mind if I join?
At this point, we're gonna miss the castle.
Look, if you're able to tell them that they can't bring it, he's like, you'll be able to do more than I can.
In the background, it's just like, I am twisting it. You're twisting it the other way.
Fine.
So, guys, why don't you just take the jewels out of it?
Yeah.
Because Ari doesn't want to ruin Ari said she doesn't want to ruin the tapestry.
I don't want to ruin. It's so pretty, but you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna just take the gems.
It
Fine.
can. It can fit through the door.
I can imagine she gets so frustrated that she helps us get it out of the door.
Like she literally just pushes us both aside and just shoves it through the door.
I know.
You know what? Fuck it. Fuck it. With her 19 strength, she goes over, rolls it up tightly, and just yanks it out the door.
Samael
She
just claps.
And I are fed up with this.
Samael just claps.
Welcome to the Band of Misfits, Locke. Welcome. You're several episodes late to the shenanigans.
Samael just walk up next to Lupin. Wow, impressive. All right, well, which way are we going?
You do know she has a name, right? Why do you keep calling her Lupin?
Oh, because he refuses to remember her name.
It's Cynthia.
So her name's Sin.
Again, he's refusing. He's refusing to remember her name. In character, he's referring to her as Lupin.
He's like, you're a carrot cake, whatever.
It kind of poofs into a bigger person that can actually handle it. Bigger fox. Okay.
So, beside us looting your order again, where exactly are we heading for this castle?
Through the mountains, towards Barnest.
Well, lead the way, darling.
NFL, can we fit this tapestry in there? In your magic box?
Tanithil does summon his claws in and just like shove it in. And actually made the door big enough for the tapestry to actually go on in.
It's really
So
funny. As
Samael is going to hook his arm around the Lupin. But I'm gonna fly you up real quick so you can actually point us in the right direction, so you don't have to constantly be walking ahead of us. He flaps up once, pretty high up, and just kind of like hovers up there, flapping just very slowly so that she can point. So which direction, dear?
She then points northeast over the Grey Peak Mountains.
All right, that'll do. You're still coming with us, of course, but I just didn't want to make you have to tumble ahead of us the whole way. I'm not a monster, of course. He lets himself kind of glide down.
So do we know where we're going?
Northeast towards the mountains. We don't have the cart anymore, so... Lupin, do you happen to have any carts here, horses or carriages?
Yes, I do. She then leads you guys around towards the stable.
He obviously follows along.
And inside are 3 wyverns.
You really... Okay, so you have tamed wyverns, but you can't keep up a damn armory.
Again, like in the faint distance, you just hear a cult member. Who is running this army?
Can I speak to them? Please.
Sure.
Would my character know enough to know that wyverns aren't intelligent enough to speak?
Well, I've also animal handling, so I could probably just be like a baby talking to them, not gonna lie.
Fair enough.
You know kind of how when you talk to your dog when you love them so much, they're like, "Oh, you're so cute." It's kind of the same process.
You could say anything in that kind of thing. Like, who's the dumbest little bag of fur on the planet? You are!
Roll me a nature check.
So that this doesn't go terribly, Samuel is going to cast enhance ability on her.
What was that noise?
I got a 21.
Wait, what was that noise?
It was my dog losing her shit because my fiance came home.
Ah, okay. So when I first started, I legit thought that was Ari. I thought that was you cheering. I actually thought that was you.
Yeah, I could bark.
I think I like pizza.
Anyway.
Daddy give you pizza?
Where's my pizza?
21.
21.
No, but they can hear you.
Did Daddy give you pizza?
Oh my god.
Get me a slice of pizza, please!
We got so derailed.
Ari, what'd you roll for again?
You said roll nature.
Oh no, I was talking to Sam because he wanted to see if his character knew.
Either way, 21.
Wyverns speak.
Oh, okay. You were talking to me. I thought you were talking to her. It's to talk to. Yeah. All right.
I'm gonna still use that 21.
I rolled a.
But then I have the same amount of points in both.
That is a 12.
12. As far as you know, they do not speak at all. They only roar and grunt and snort.
Well, they're about as intelligent as your average human, so let's ride them, I guess.
I wouldn't say that. But,
well, he's kind of throwing shade.
Lupin, the Lupin, Cinzia, saddles up all 3 wyverns and gets on one with Sam, knowing he will not let her out of his sight or even be 5 feet away from him. Tanithil gets on one with Aerie, and Relius gets on one with
And everyone else,
Turn into one of y'all.
and everyone else, and everyone and the rest of the party in the background gets on the other, whichever one they want. All except for Barry, who's just like, "Hey, hold up a minute, there,
Well,
fellas. There's something."
Actually, how we should organize this is Tanithil should be riding with the wolf and keeping guard on her, while Samael carries Aerie, and then everyone else has their own flying abilities, if I remember correctly.
Well, yeah, but
And the ones who don't can ride the wyverns.
anyway,
I can
Barry
turn
is
into a
like,
dragon. Have we forgotten?
anyway,
Guys.
Barry's like, "Hey, hold on a second, fellas. There's something on my mind, and I feel like I should speak it. Are we really going to take on the entire cult? Are you really that prepared to take on the whole cult?"
Yeah.
My current idea is literally just to destroy the spells holding it in the sky and watch them all fall to their deaths.
Well, I won't deny it's a good plan, but well, one can never know when things might go awry. So I've been thinking, I really have not been much help lately. So I'm thinking it's best if I go and get help, just in case.
I mean, also a good possibility. There are a number of different powerful kingdoms nearby that would happily join to destroy the cult, because they are evil.
Does anyone want to join me? Anyone?
Steve definitely would like to join you.
Charlemagne.
Yes, Steve.
Are you kidding? Are you kidding? No way! I want to get a sketch of this ritual.
Charlemagne joins on Sputnik's orders.
All right then. Well, I suppose this is goodbye. For now, friends.
Did we ask
It,
Sputnik?
Everyone is just in the background. Like everyone who's not here is just always in the background. That's the only excuse we have for now.
Yeah, but they just woke up. I want to ask them about parting with Charlemagne.
No, I asked him about it. I did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I did. Barry. Okay, where was I? Well, then that's that. I wish you all luck. So I guess all I can say is don't die.
That's great. Let's go.
Soldier.
Barry gives Tanithil and you guys a salute before heading out with Charlemagne.
Right.
And with that, you guys fly off and head towards Parness. And with that, this chapter is now over.
Well, we literally finished it in one Chapter 7 was literally one episode. Wow.
So I'm not leveling you guys up. That's too soon. Is that fair to you guys?
Yeah, that's fine.
Is that okay?
I guess.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's fine.
Are hungry.
And also, that is also the end of our session for today.
Well,
Oh,
part
that's not
1.
Too short.
Well, part 1. Because
Part 1, yeah. So we're gonna go on our break, meet back up in a bit, and get on to chapter 8.
all right. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.